Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to start with a new topic, students, and I am pretty sure that you all be liking this topic very much, as this topic is so much relevant with what is happening around us in our schools, at our neighborhood and in the society. So before wasting our further time, students, let's start our today's topic. But before, you need to think that what are we trying to study today. So the main essence of this topic is through this image. So I have pasted an image which is showing so many hands that are high up in the air. Now these hands are not similar, they are different. How? These hands are having different colors. We can see variations in color. That means despite color, despite race, caste, creed, religion, each one of the person's hand is up high in the air. So today we are going to study about something that relates to this image. So now you need to think what is the main topic for our today's video. Come students. So here I have pasted again few images which shows that these four must be friends. That's where they are joining their hands together. See? And one on the other hand, here we can see she is a woman or a lady and he is a man. Now they all are in equal balance. See the balance between them? Is it equal or not? Yes, here we can see color hands of different colors. See, but they are holding the hand together. So what does this denote? Yes, yes. So basically, what does this shows us, students? This shows us that no matter what is happening, we are having equal treatment. There is equality. Why? Because we can see the male and the female, they both are weighing on this and it is equal. Fine. So our today's topic is something that is related to equality. Now, why do children go to school? Why are children given the same uniform in school? What do you understand by equality? You need to define in your own words. Now, if I'll ask you, why do children go to school? The first answer that will come to your mind is they go to school for studying. They go to school for gaining some education and life skill, and they go to school for making friends. Hana? So these are the benefits of going to the school. Now, why are the children given same uniform? Even if they are from different backgrounds, different caste, religion, whatsoever. But have you ever noticed, like you yourself are school students and you are, wearing same uniform. All your classmates are wearing the same uniform. There is no one special or no one extra who is having something different from all of you. So what is the reason behind this? Think. The reason behind is equality, isn't it, students? Like we need to show students that no matter you are rich, you are poor, you are from high class, low class, what is your religion, caste, okay, from which background you belong, we do not need to promote this in the school setting. So as a result, children are given same uniform because they want to show that no matter what is your financial and educational background, family background, we all are equal. And equality first is made in the school settings only, because students, they see yahan wahan, they see and have faith. Okay, this is how equality is being represented, same uniform, and it should be mandatory that this rule should be followed by all the students. Fine. Now, what do you understand by equality? Define in your own words. Now, equality can be said if we are giving equal treatment, the rich and the poor are getting equal and same treatment. This can be the first definition of equality. Second can be, okay, like second definition can also be like people are getting same treatment. Okay, the poor is getting richer and richer is also getting richer, like they are having equal balance. So equality is always about maintaining balance. If there is no balance, student, then equality won't be there. Now do you now tell me, student, I'll give you one example. It's just a hypothetical example. You need to think, if there is a student who is who has got weak eyesight. Now because of his weak eyesight, he cannot, see from the second bench or third bench, but teacher has made him sit in the third or the fourth bench according to his roll number wise. Now student, think from your perspective that sitting in the second, third and the fourth bench, he's facing issues to see the blackboard. As a result, he is not able to see. So what should be done? He should be given equal treatment if he is having some sort of medical issues or health issues. So what should be done to him? He should be made sit in the front row so that he can see and copy things correctly from the blackboard. Yes, then the concept of this roll number wise sitting arrangement should not be there. Teacher should, promote equality. Okay, no matter what is your problem, you will sit in the first bench wherever you feel comfortable. Now suppose all these students are having legs, they are not disabled, but this student is disabled because we can see that he is sitting in a wheelchair. Now what are the activities that all other students can do but he cannot do? So should the school promote such activities? Now for example, should the school promote cricket, basketball, volleyball, which involves lot of effort and playing and running? Think, क्या स्कूल को ऐसा एक्टिविटीज प्रमोट करनी चाहिए which all the students can play and take part, but only this person will be left out? No. School should keep in mind, teachers should keep in mind that only those activities should be given preference where all these students, like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the 7 students can take equal participation. So that's the meaning of equality, when we are including each and everybody. Fine students? Equality in education. Now equality means the state of being equal. Now we are concerning and talking about how we can see equality when it comes to education point of view. That means related to school settings. Now equality means the state of being equal, equal in status, equal rights and equal opportunities. Students, to a student, rights and opportunities play a very important role in his lifespan. So he should be promoted equality on the basis of all these three things. Fine. Now equality basically means a treatment that one person at the same status has got same rights and has same access to same opportunities as another, irrespective of his background. For instance, if there is a person who is from a rich background, whose parents are very rich, now what is the actual meaning of equality from your point of view? So do you think that rich person should get access to all opportunities, when the person who is poor, he doesn't have enough money, his financial condition is a little bit absurd, he should refrain, he should not get? So this is not the actual meaning of equality. Equality means everyone will get the same treatment. Whatever your family background, past background is, that is not taken into consideration. Now, equality is about ensuring that every individual has an equal opportunity to make the most of their lives and talents. Today we see students in so many sectors, be it dancing, be it extra co-curricular activities, be in singing and be in painting, extra hobbies. We are seeing that how students from background who are very poor, whose parents are not able to afford, they are gaining popularity. Why? उनको कैसे आज यहाँ तक इस मंजिल तक पहुंचे हैं? Because they were not deprived of any opportunity, because equality was promoted in their educational setting. Whenever they were in school, college or whatever they were studying, they were given equal treatment, and because of that equality, their lives and talents have been brought in front of the entire world. Now, it is also the belief that no one should have a poor life chances because of the way they were born. If you were born poor, it's okay. It's not your mistake. Where you come from, it's not your mistake. But what you should believe, that even if you are having some problem, even if you're disabled, you are poor, but you should be given equal treatment. And this equal treatment will make your faith more stronger and you will work hard to achieve success in life. So this is the third point of equality when it is considered as in educational settings. Now, equality also recognizes that historically certain groups of people, backgrounds such as race, now race can be ethnic people like who are traditional, having traditional values and beliefs, ethnic people, sex and sexual orientation. Now, sex and sexual orientation mean gender, male gender and female gender, masculine and feminine. We have often seen, students, that women have always been given fewer opportunities. Now women, they were having, no, you are a woman, you cannot study this, you are a woman, you cannot do this, no, you are a woman, you cannot do this. So this was a scenario of women, so they have also faced such issues when they were young. So this also recognizes historically. Now, let's have a conversation. Let's see what this conversation holds about. Kanta. There are two characters. The first one is Kanta and second one is Sujata. Now, isn't it good, Sujata, that we all can vote as equal citizens of our country? Even Jain Sahab is standing in the line with us. Oh, now they're talking about casting a vote. Fine. Sujata, yes. Now Sujata is saying, go on, Kanta, it's your turn now. Go and vote. Kanta, I will vote for the candidate who has promised to pipe water of our area. Now, is this equality? She is going to vote for a person who has promised her that he will get a pipeline from her area. Is this equality? Tell me, what do you think? I don't think this is equality. She should always vote for the right candidate and not for the one who are making false promises to her. Now, what would happen if the Indian government organized Olympics in India? Now think from Indian government point of view. Do you really observe that are there equality in India when it comes to quota system and reservation system? Tell me. Tell me, students. Think, what happens in the quota and the reservation system? STs, those who are known as scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and there is one more quota for OBC students, other backward class. So they are given preference. Seats are already allotted for them beforehand. So they do not have to fight and thrive too much because there is always a quota for them. Fine. Now, fighting caste discrimination is about changing the attitude and not the law. Even if there is law, even if there are numerous laws that allow you to remove all such things from the society, for example, caste system, Varna system, Jati system, Brahman, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, whatever law will come, they will not be able to implement it properly unless and until you are changing your attitude. By changing your attitude, you means the way you are thinking about them. Law आया, law को implement करने तो हम citizens हैं. If we are not able to change your attitude, what will be the role of law? Will it be able to do anything? No. So in a nutshell, we need to change our attitude and we need to bring equality in each and every sector. Now, there is also one more term and concept that is so familiar these days, generation equality. Now, generation equality means we are talking about two generations, three generations, generations between gap between mom and their children, parents and their kids. This is about generation equality. Now, parents will always keep on saying, at our times, this wasn't there, this wasn't there, this was not to be done, this was not the process and scenario. But when we are students, we are observing the world, we are embracing the changes. So we are trying to adopt to what the generation of this generation demands. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to maintain an equilibrium, balance. So that is known as generation equality, which means that no matter from which generation you belong, you still have that right to have this type of equality, older and the newer ones. Yes, so now what we can see that in these images we can see what is the equality being served to Dalits. For instance, students, like we can see over here that Dalit people are like refused for equality and they are holding banners such as Dalit, Dalit, and they are refused equality on the grounds of what? On the grounds of their occupation, on the grounds that they are Dalit and they have no rights. Then again, I took this image from news channel where women was not allowed to enter temple. Can you imagine, they were refused for temple entry? Why? Because they were from lower caste, from Dalit. So do you think such refusal is providing any grounds for equality? Why are they refused to get justice, get equality? Or why is it that they are refused on the grounds of their occupation, their caste, their creed, their religion? Why? Think. Like, these are scenarios which is happening around us till today, till date. So think from your perspective, where can you find such type of, restrictions on Dalit and lower caste, and where can you find the examples of such rigid caste system? Think for a minute, and you may also, it's mandatory for all of you, those who are watching this video, students, that you need to comment down in the chat box, why do you think such restrictions are still there? On the other hand, we can see that somewhere some powerful forces such as this hand is now suppressing the Dalits. So we can see that this is a powerful force where the force is being applied to Dalits so that they can't raise their voice, they can't demand for whatever they want. Am I correct or not? So this is a problem of Dalit people. So this is why equality and justice should be served. So today's topic is only about equality. Now, before we proceed further, see, it is not that only Dalit people are now, suppressed and they are having no voices. It's not like that. In actual reality, there are famous socialist, famous people like Dalit people only who were required, who were refused entry to temples. They were refused that they will not be getting good food to eat. They cannot move here and there. They cannot move freely in the community where they have been living since time immemorial. And what is the basic this background of this? They are Dalit. Okay, they are not belonging to rich and social caste. They are not belonging to the caste as superior as Brahmins. So today we'll discuss about one author whose name was Om Prakash Valmiki. Now he himself was a Dalit. He himself was a Dalit. He was from a Dalit background, and he has written a book. And that book was the name of the book was Juthan. Now Juthan means you are getting to eat someone else jutha khana and pani and food, clothing, shelter, whatever has been used once or twice by others, after getting used and reused, you are getting that same thing for use. So this was the entire theme and the story of this Juthan, which was written by Om Prakash Valmiki, and he himself was a Dalit background. Yes, students, he himself was from a Dalit background, and he wrote about this. Why? What was the main purpose and aim of writing such Juthan things? In order to enable the government, in order to enable the citizens. Fine. Government and citizens know what is happening around the world. So he has written such type of articles. Now, what is the theme of the story Juthan? Like, let's see the theme and then let's relate. Is it actually relatable to the topic or not? Is it actually relatable to the topic of equality or not? Now, Juthan is or leftover food is a central theme of this novel, just because Dalits do hard work. Definitely they are hardworking people, there's no second doubt about it. And when they get Juthan in return, when they go into any marriage and they do work over there, and after that they're given only Juthan, that leftover food to do, why not from the food that they are making? So he used to write such critical novels that raise the critical analysis and enhancements of the citizens of the country, and that questions the government in return. How is it possible that government is there and still such things are there into practice? Yes. So whatever is happening, it is happening for the sake of citizens. But the question goes to the government. Fine. So is equality being served? Dalits are hardworking people. They are going to marriages. They are preparing foods. But what they are getting in return? Juthan, leftover food which was eaten and used by other people. So through this Om Prakash Valmiki, and not even Om Prakash Valmiki, there were so many Dalit members and people from Dalit backgrounds, their communities who tried to raise the voice so that government could lend them a ear and listen to their concerns and needs. One was Dr. Br Ambedkar. Yes, if you have studied, who knows the story of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? He himself was from a Dalit family and he fought so hard for the struggle. Yes, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? Yes. So this is the actual reality, that equality seems that it is being served equally, but when we go deep down, we see the actual truth. Now, students, we are studying about equality in reference to educational settings and educational context. Now, when we speak of educational equality, what do you mean by this? By looking at this image. Now, girl and a boy, they are equal in height. Let's take the statement of height. Now she is not, and now these people are not equal in height. So how equality is being given to them? They are getting extra blocks to stand so that all can maintain the equal height. Height is a factor. So they all can maintain equal height. So this is the equality. Now equality in education and other settings. Participation. Let's take the theme of participation. See, we can see how many hands, different hands of different colors, sizes, all are high up in the air. This shows that there is participation. No matter what is happening, we can see participation, right, students? Now you need to tell me and share your experience where you get to see real equality. Is it in the neighborhood? Is it in your educational settings such as schools and colleges, coaching classes and tuitions? Or is it in your society? You need to specifically mention actual equality is seen where. Okay? Actual equality is seen where. Now, evaluation. Before we proceed, you need to tell me, as all vote as equal citizens of a country, whose statement is this in the story which we have studied? Is it Kanta? Is it Sujata? Is it Jain Sahab? Yes, it's Kanta's story, because she wanted to vote for the equality, right, students? So these are the incorrect answers. Now let's see that equality is being served really in the aspect of voting or not. Now, in a democratic country like India, all adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, how much education they had, and whatever caste they belong to, whether they are rich, poor, educated, illiterate, caste, religion, okay, they all are allowed to vote. So in a democratic country like India, these things are not taken into consideration while voting. Fine. So this is called universal adult franchisee, and it is an essential aspect of all democracies. Now all those countries who will have democratic government, they will be having universal adult franchisee. Now universal means which is followed universally. There is no restriction, there is no bar for anything. The idea of universal adult franchisee is based on the idea of equality. Why? Because we just now studied that rich and poor are allowed to vote, illiterate and educated are allowed to vote. Fine. So this shows that equality. आपका background कुछ भी हो, आपको vote करने की इजाजत है. And because it states that every adult in a country, every adult students, irrespective of their wealth and communities, has a right to vote. Fine. Now, right to vote is such simple yet complex right which is known to every citizen of India. It seems that you are equal, you can vote, but it is actually very complex. But what citizens are not aware of is the inherent value that it holds. That means, what is the value when we are voting? What does it hold? Now, right to vote is available in our country almost everyone after 18 years of age. Now, whenever any person who attains the age of 18 years, he has got the right to vote. So, uska religion कोई भी हो वो matter नहीं करता है. Gender कोई भी हो matter नहीं करता है. Education कोई भी हो वो matter नहीं करता है. पढ़ा लिखा हो या अनपढ़ हो, that is also not mattered. What matters is that he has got 18 years of age and above. You have the right to vote, being a citizen of India. So this is a validation of universal adult franchise. This actually testimonies that. Now, Voting is a fundamental right of every citizen who is of sound mind in India. Now he should be sound mind. अगर थोड़ा सा उसको कुछ abnormalities है, कुछ abnormal problems है, his mental conditions are not appropriate, so he may be exempt from voting. मतलब उस वो नहीं कर सकता है, but ऐसा नहीं कि करेगा ही नहीं. Fine. It helps him to choose the leaders of tomorrow by contributing towards the country's development. It helps for a better India. Now in this paragraph it is shown that why voting is essential and how it leads to a better development of the country. But in a nutshell, like looking at the overall, considering the overall, this aspect of voting, it is the equal right. यहाँ पे equality हम देख सकते हैं और कहीं में देखे ना देखे, because this is the universal adult franchise. Now students, you need to tell me, enough we have studied about this equality and all those things. Now tell me, have you ever gone to vote? If yes, share your experience. No? No voting? I have gone to vote, and when after voting I voted for the person who I thought that he can do something better for our country, something for the good and development. Fine. So good and development of the country can be done. So I kept all these things in mind and then I casted my vote. And when I was voting, students, there was no pressure for any person, any politician, any part that you need to vote this person, you need to give vote to that person only. No, it was totally free. That means equality was being served. Now, finally, now before we proceed further, let's ask you a question. You have the right to vote. Is it the right to vote to rich people only, the poor people, to all the citizens, or do industrialists only get to vote? What will be the correct option according to you? I think yes, the poor people or the rich people. No, the correct answer is to all the citizens of the country. Yes. Now, different aspects of equality. One aspect we have just now studied, that was about voting and in educational equality. Now let's see what are the different aspects of equality. Now people who live in democratic India and who have the right to vote but whose daily living and working conditions are very far from the equal, apart from being poor, people in India also experience equality in different ways. Poor and rich तो होता ही होता है. Fine. Now we can also see upper caste equality and lower caste inequality on the basis of religion. Now, issues such as untouchability and caste system are still prevalent in rural and common areas. Now, this is the reason, and for this reason only, the deep-rooted traditions of caste system are there. Not just adults, every children are subjected to form this type of discrimination. Now discrimination on the basis of what, students? Untouchability and caste system. So we have observed four types of inequality. One was rich and poor, upper caste and lower caste, untouchability and caste system. Fine. And these are still rooted traditions of caste system. Like adults ही नहीं, even बच्चे भी इसके शिकार होते हैं, because it is there in the mentality na. How many laws are made by the government, that will not matter. What are we trying to change our mentality, that only matters in the end. Now, one more common forms of inequality in India is the caste system, which we have studied so many times. If you live in rural areas, okay, and if you're a Brahmin, you will be given the high position and high importance. But if you are a Shudra or if you're a Dalit, Dalit की तो चलो बात ही छोड़ दें हम. If you are Shudra, right? So आपको तो वो मिलना ही नहीं है. You will be like looked down upon. So this is the reality of caste system in rural areas. Now, in rural areas, your name, your occupation has got to do nothing. Even if your name is like very rich, even your occupation is a very good businessman, but your caste is your identity and caste आपके साथ हमेशा जिंदगी भर रहेगा. It's something that you probably learned yesterday or you experienced very young. So if you live in urban area, you think that no, people तो आजकल caste में believe नहीं करते हैं, but this practice is still relevant in urban areas and it continues to do so today. Now, so far we have discussed so many aspects of equality, inequality, caste-based and untouchability. Now, tell me according to you that have you ever seen discrimination in your environment? If yes, I need all of you to answer down in the chat box. Where were the areas that you observed in discrimination? You need to write the areas. Then you need to write the types of discrimination as well. Fine. Now you need to tell me what was the point or the basis of discrimination, क्यों उनके ऊपर हुआ, and what was the role of the people. So all these factors will be coming into consideration, students, when you are going to answer me this question. So I want a detailed answer from each one of you, and this will help you to enhance your concept even further. Now, before we proceed, like with before we complete this today's topic all about equality and equality in educational settings in rural and other backgrounds, somewhere in the society we still to get to see inequality. Is this statement true or false? Now tell me, is it true or is it false? Like, look at this image. What this image is trying to tell you: he is a man and he is getting higher payment, higher position, maybe the role of a manager, maybe he's getting much more thousands. But still, if she is that much educated, is she getting fair and equal treatment in corporate offices also? No. So this will be the answer. Not only officer students, and there are so many different areas where the focus is on the inequality. Fine. So let's recapitulate that what have we studied today. So dear students, today we have learned about equality, equality in educational and school settings, equality in adult universal adult franchise, that means equal right to vote, and as well as different aspects of equality like discrimination, caste system and untouchability. So now you must be able to answer what is equality. Equality means equal treatment, equal opportunities to each and every person, irrespective of his background. Okay. What do you understand by right to vote? Now, right to vote is a part of democratic country where people are given equal access to vote once they turn the age of 18 years. The right to vote has got nothing to do with your rich and poor, big, small, educated or illiterate. Fine. What do you understand by discrimination? Now, when we discriminate something, we look at his caste system, occupation, name, status, background. So this is the meaning of discrimination. Now, there's homework for all of you. Now, you need to give reasons. In a democracy, why is universal adult franchisee holding still importance? Why? Now, you need to think that what are the features of a democratic country. India is a feature of democratic country. And then you need to tell me, why is universal adult franchisee holding importance? क्या benefit हो रहे हैं? So that importance should be benefit. You need to write it in an essay form. Fine. 9. Define democracy in your own words. What do you mean by democracy? How it is related to equality? You need to define it on your own words and write at least 200 words. This will help you in answering long-term questions that are coming in your exams. So I hope students the concept of equality, educational equality and different aspects of equality were clear to all of you. So today let's end today's session which was based on equality and treatment. Now if you have any doubts, kindly feel free to ask. So till then, take care, goodbye, study hard and keep on studying better for your exams. If you have any queries, kindly comment in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to answer and help. Thank you so much for watching.